It's a busy day, man. Never had the front line in 4 points clear. All them things there. This should be a marathon, not a sprint. The ops favorite op, Mr. Can't keep on his top, man. We're here, man. Smash the likes on that.
I hear that. You know what I'm saying, bro? That intro lasted about as long as you man's lead the other day, innit? What are you telling me?
It's calm, man, because you get me. All the yibba yabba and the hype. We went into the Brentford game, 3 points clear. It's turned to 4. Even when we lose and it feels like a loss, we still leave with stuff, man. Like, it's calm, man. It should be a marathon, not a sprint, man. Most hated and rated. You know my thing, man. We're here, man. We're here. We know the ops are circling. We know the evil spirits are against us. You get me? Just cool, man. Mating, man. That's cool, man. It's calm.
Nah, it's a mad thing, bro. I can't lie. You, man, I don't know. It's looking kind of spooky, obviously.
What? Because we drew against an informed side that are 7th against Brentford.
Listen,
2 games lost at home.
It's looking spooky, bro.
Let it be spooky. It's looking spooky, but not for us, fam. You know what's happening in May, blood.
Who's it? No, I do know what's happening in May.
Listen,
bro, I do know what's happening in May. I feel like you don't know what's happening. Do you know what I'm saying?
What's happening in May? The sun's coming out, innit? There's parades. I'm looking forward to Carnival. I'm going on holiday in June. I'll be getting shopping and them things. It's calm, man.
I hear it. You know what I'm saying, bro? You man are in trouble, fam. I'm not gonna lie.
You man are in trouble. You drew against West Ham. Like you lot are not certain.
Brother, you're talking about informed sides, yeah, brother.
Bro, yeah.
We drew with a team that was fighting for their lives and had won 3 of the last 5 games.
Yeah, that's great. You drew against West Ham going down. You drew against Wolves. You didn't take advantage of other teams dropping points. It's not a shoe you man are gonna get for. And do you know why I know you're shameless, Rand? Do you know I know you're shameless?
Brother, 13 points out of 15, bro. So what are we doing?
Do you know how I know? Do you know how I know you're shameless? Do you know how I know you're shameless? Because you're my guy, I support your content. I watch your content, you know, I'm lurking in the backgrounds, man. You don't do this to Arsenal, but man's hearing about fine margins and low blocks. You know, even my moderator telling me you were saying you're in a title challenge and these things. I saw your thumbnail about my man get ready to cut his hair. Now your club is drawing him out. Poor old fella. I just want the same energy, Rans. I just want the tactical runs.
The brother deserves to be drawn out. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's harsh, man.
Nah, it's not harsh.
It's a dickhead thing what he's doing, but it's irrelevant.
Listen, the reason why it's not harsh, is because, what man need to understand is, 5 wins in a row, in the league is difficult for any team. You know them ones, let alone a struggling team. Brother, 5 wins in a row. Like, how many times have your team done that this season? It's not easy, bro.
Rare times, but I don't know about that.
You haven't, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even in your last 5, you've got draws and losses.
Yeah, and then let's go and look. If we go through our calendar right now, you'll see that we done it this year. Man's not even worried about that. I rate you back to basics, man. Man, respect that.
Brother, it's not easy.
Why are you talking about United? Why are you mentioning Arsenal? I know it's not easy, but
the reason why I'm mentioning Arsenal, is because you're top of the league. And
swear down, I didn't know that.
The point that you can be top of the league. You can be top of the league, and winning 5 back-to-back games is very, very difficult for the team top of the league. So it's going to be difficult for us.
You can't win them all, man. Like, this is the annoying thing about football fans. Like, when we get away from a laugh and a joke, whether you support Arsenal, Man United, whatever team in the league, you can't win. You literally can't win them all. People can't have their cake and eat it. You can't say every game's a cup final. Anyone can beat up anyone. If anything, like even with you lot with the recent results where you beat us, you beat a City, you might have done something else. The top teams against the top teams, that's almost plain sailing. It can go either way. It's the other teams. It's for us, the Brentfords or the Villas, and for you, man's thing. It's like the fine margins have never been smaller. So I think people need to get away with. I get it. You want to win every game, isolated to the performance. There's us with Brentford, you lot with West Ham. There's things you could do, but you literally can't win every game, bro. Like you literally can't.
It's not realistic to expect that. That's why I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's put the circus to bed now, because you're realizing it's getting to the point where man are talking about that more than they're talking about the level of performances that we're putting in, bro.
Man. But Rance, don't you think that's the problem? Because that's social media. Like, even when I look at Arsenal with the whole 9 points thing, if you look at reality, that wasn't in our hands. That was obviously contingent on Liverpool obviously beating City. So it's like when you look at fanfare and actually in reality, they're 2 different things. I feel sorry for the guy because you know what? He's making his P's and whatnot. I feel anybody as an outsider looking in, anyone connected with Man United, I think Cunha kept it the trillest. Like, I don't really give a monkeys about that. I want to win 5 games because obviously we're trying to pattern up our thing. Get your bread, bro. Like, I kind of rate it. Get your bread. It's cringy, but make your money, big man.
It's extremely cringy, and I'm not bothered by it personally.
Bothered by it, you're weird, man.
I don't care. But when it's starting to seep into people's psyche, then it's like, yo, it's more a symptom of society, bro. We're paying too much attention to foolishness, you
It's
know?
the social media thing, bro.
Paying too much attention to foolishness, because the honest truth is, yeah, if somebody gave you, yeah, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Fulham, and West Ham, and told us, yo, you're gonna get 12 points from 15, we
You'd
would
have bit your arm off.
have, bruv, both arms.
It's like
You
off
get me?
position now.
Both arms, bro. And the thing is now, man are going on like we drew a game, yeah. And man are going on like there's something wrong, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing switch ups crazy. All of a sudden, after one draw, bearing in mind we was losing every week before. Do you know what I'm saying? After one draw, all of a sudden, maybe Carrick's not the one. He can't break down low blocks. He can't. I'm like, brother, are you man smoking? What are you smoking?
Yeah, but Rance, these are emotional guys who they might support whatever team, but they don't love football. They can't consider these things. Of course, winning, losing, drawing, initially we're vexed, but you need to be able to take an outside view, man. These people are just, there's too much banter thing in it. Man are just crashing out because they're concerned too much about WhatsApp groups or social media stuff like Donny with his hair. Too much people in life, and life mirrors football, in it. Man are concerned about the wrong things, bro. And there's a lack of balance to it.
That's it. All of a sudden, these men got standards. But when they were saying Ruben Amorim deserved time, where was the standards? And this is what,
because people are loyal to their agendas, man. We know this.
Inconsistencies was pissing me off. And the reason why they're going on like the draw was a loss is because they're thinking, oh, yeah, cool. Like the 5-game mark was supposed to be the holy grail. Why? Because a youth that never cut his hair said so. That don't make no sense.
And that's wrong as well, because if they're focusing on 5 wins beyond the obvious just because of the hair thing, you should be looking at it, okay, it's a bit techie where the top 4 is concerned. Chelsea are inconsistent. Liverpool are moving a bit mad. You got Brentford who are pairing. We can make movements to the point where we can lock down 4th and maybe potentially 3rd. So you're even worrying about getting 5 wins for the wrong reasons. It should be 5 wins, points on the board, momentum, all of that jazz. Not hair, not banter, not this and that, but this is where we're at with football, bro. And it's not just us on YouTube. We watch TV all the time. The Sky Sports, the Talk Sports, etc., etc. Like, it's jarring, bro.
And that's what it is. Man saying we're unbeaten in 2026, yeah, and unbeaten in the last 9 games. And it's like the way they made a draw feel like we lost the game, when actually, yeah, we were the better team in the game and we didn't lose. Like, I couldn't take no negatives out of the game, bro. Like, Luke Shaw made a mistake in the game and we conceded, but in the last 5 games, I've been balanced. In the last 4 games before that, he'd actually performed all right. That's why I wasn't even trying to be too harsh with him. The same with Harry Maguire. He gives away a penalty in the Fulham game, but Harry Maguire has been pretty solid for the last. I told you
not to quit on Maguire, man.
He's been pretty solid for the last 5 games. So even though he gave the penalty away, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be balanced and give him the benefit of the doubt because he's been good in it. So,
but what did you say there, though, Rance? You put your own personal opinions and biases of a player to the side, bro.
Yeah.
Like, people can't do that.
100%. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where when I look at it, I'm like, it's calm. Man can say we weren't the better team against West Ham, bro. We definitely were, bro. So I don't care how you feel about it. Like, the truth is, yeah, they cleared the shot off the line from us. We had a goal disallowed. Do you know what I'm saying? And we had them man under pressure. They never had us under pressure at any point in the game, bro. They scored because from a long hoof ball, yeah, when they was defending a corner, bro, and Luke Shaw made a mistake. Other than that, they weren't doing nothing. So let's not pretend, bro. They weren't doing nothing. So, like, the game is the game, bro. The only real chances they had towards the end is when we were trying to get the equalizer and we left ourselves open. We went free at the back. The manager brought on 2 strikers and he rolled the dice. And that's what you're supposed to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And we got the equalizer because we rolled the dice. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you roll the dice, sometimes you lose, bro. That's the beauty of the game.
Exactly. That's gambling, bro. And then again, all you can do in games like that, like with us against Brentford, obviously focus on the negatives. Like, you wanted 3 points. Why didn't that happen? If there's any positives, take it and accept it for what it is and move forward, bro. Like,
are you concerned about how many chances you're conceding, though? Because your team's been built on this great defense, yeah? And Thiago could have had 3-4 goals in that game, bro. Like, your defense was looking a bit shaky.
The jarring thing is we didn't take our half chances. Like, Rice had and I think he tried to find Yoker as well. I think he should have bagged. Obviously Madueke scored, but he was genuinely frustrating. For the life of me, I can't remember, but there was definitely someone with another clear-cut chance. Martinelli, do you know what's mad, yeah? There's been easier chances that we can get onto Martinelli about. He should have scored, he could have done better, but I don't understand the crashing out with some of my fan bases. But even if you want to do the crash out thing with that Martinelli thing, yeah, Why is it he's been on, 10, 15 minutes, and man can remember that? Rants, you've heard me say several times, we keep saying the same things. When I look at the Brentford game, pardon me, their home form's great. They're doing well. You know, they're achieving something that my club, your club, and many a club couldn't do. Lost their star manager, lost several players, and they arguably look better. So he knew it was going to be difficult. Where I look at the players, there needs to be an element of street smartness. I've got no smoke for my back five. Like, I think you knew, as Arteta said, we had to defend for our lives, etc. It's football. You're going to give throw-ins away. Where I say street smartness is, hoof it a bit longer. It's a law of averages, isn't it? You're giving them throw-ins in difficult positions. And I can't lie, we need to bring that dead ball throwing into our game, because I've seen us play some big games in Europe, play some big games in England. I've never been that scared in the last three years of that long throw. So we need to bring that in. I think Brentford started, a lot of Arsenal fans are disagreeing with me. I personally feel first 20 minutes, it was Brentford. Then it was kind of us. We ended the first half fairly well. Generally, we're used to a mixed bag in the first half. And we're also used to like coming out of the blocks, kind of firing first 10, 15 of the second, which we did. And then we've got that thing where we've scored and we've taken the handbrake off. And when I look at the last half an hour, like you mentioned with Igor Thiago, bro, we should have lost the game. So on many hands, because we took the lead, I'm vexed because it feels like 2 points dropped. I'm also, as much as I'm frustrated about a draw, it's a lot better than losing. Man, just have to move on, bro. Like, just move on. And I'm vexed with the manager because I feel like I keep saying the same things. Whether don't get it twisted, I'm not saying crash out and everyone out and all these things, but whether we've won, lost, or drawn, I feel like I'm talking about the same things. Like, I guarantee you, if anyone cares enough, any Arsenal section of this stream, go back to last week and the week before, you'll hear me keep saying the same things. And I think I've been more than fair in pre-season, the 10-game mark into the season, from the 10-game mark to January, from January to now I need to see a bit different. Like 90% Arteta, I like what you're doing. I know it's all hee ha ha, but you've got us to this. That 10% is going to get us over the line and do something we haven't done in it. So I'm not seeing that. Individually, I still think like it's the same old players. Like, if I'm honest, Timber, you need to do better in the final third. But generally in the Brentford game, Timber, Hincapié, my two centre-halves in Mosquera, Gabriel, big up David Raya, Rice in the midfield, and actually Gyökeres. I know people are going to do the whole banter thing, but I think if you genuinely watch the game, you can't have smoke for Gyökeres. If you're not them, man, I don't know what's going on. Eze, you stunk out the gaff. Odegaard, you also stunk out the gaff, but you don't look fully fit, to be fair. Saka, you stunk out the gaff, but you don't look fully fit. Madueke, I know you scored, but you're incredibly frustrating. I've said this to you before, Rance. I don't really have smoke for Madueke. Obviously, you need to score, you need to improve, you need to do this, that, and the third, but you bought him, Arteta. So when I'm seeing him do the nonsense, I've seen it before. I see someone comment, Gabriel should have had the second yellow. Please go watch that again. He should have had a foul. I do think the ref was doing some shaky things against us and against Brentford, but we didn't do enough in it. You can't complain. Sometimes you win when you don't deserve to. Sometimes you lose when you deserve a bit more. And sometimes you have to be faithful for a point. For me, we should have taken our half chances and held on to the lead. And again, defending isn't just my defense. I've said this to you since August. I guarantee if someone goes and looks, I think we're a good defensive side. Previous years, we've been a great defensive side. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about my defenders. I'm talking about how we press from the front and all of that jazz. So that's why we ended up in that situation. Like, we might win this league, we might not. Right now is not the time to crash out. You've got 4 points, left foot in front of the right. City, whatever they're doing is irrelevant. Assume they're going to win every game. Fucking beat Wolves. If you don't beat Wolves, you don't deserve to be in any shouts of a title. Beat Wolves, move to Chelsea, do what you need to do against Spurs. Just keep it moving, bro. But as I've said, this is going to be many twists and turns. I've said this to you before. I genuinely think this goes down to the last day of the season. And it just makes it a bit more interesting on the 22nd of March. And also, the 18th of April, I think we got them. And possibly, you never know. Life is funny. We might butt them in the FA Cup. You could butt them in the Champs. But this is where you want it to be, man. Just get on with it.
100%. I don't know. It's just looking spooky, bruv. Like
Oh,
how many
this is
players...
looking spooky. Then everybody from my club needs to fuck off, because there's moments and whatnot, but we've seen spooky bro. Like, be thankful that it is not worse. You've earned the right to be here. You're not a bad side. Just move on. We're going toward this season. There's many twists and turns. By all means, I promise you, Rants, if things don't happen in May, we'll have certain conversations. Right now, I don't want to hear that. Anyone who feels sorry for themselves, anyone that's not, don't jump in the dinger if you're not ready to get a life sentence. I'll leave it at that. Like, we're going to war. Win your fucking games, bro.
No, I hear that, bro. I can't lie, bro. It's just, the results said it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it looks a bit more spooky when the results are close together. Obviously, we took points off you. Brentford took points off you. And it's like, the performances, I've been saying it, bro, for a while. The performances are what it's about. I said the same thing about Man United. Like with Michael Carrick, the results are great, innit? I like the results, but if I wasn't happy with the performances, I'd be judging him on the performances, bro. Because if a man's saying to me, "Yo, Rance, what do you think about Carrick as United manager?" The results are nice, bro, but I need performances because results can be put down to a new manager bounce. Do you know what I'm saying? Like performances can't be put down to that, innit? And what I'm liking is the performances that we're putting in, bro. Like the performances from Arsenal as of late, yeah, haven't been great. And the man are talking about this player doesn't look fit, this player doesn't look fit. But it's like, bro, man have been saying about that for Saka for the last 3 years, blood. He ain't look fit for the last 3 years.
Said he's not looked fit.
Brother, every time the guy plays shit,
he wasn't even meant to be there
bro.
against Brentford. They're here in North London derby. Like you've never heard me say that before. He genuinely stunk out the gap.
Not saying
he didn't look fit.
But the narrative with Saka is always, he looks like he's carrying a knock all the time, bro.
Bro, every player's carrying knocks, man. You're all playing mad games. I don't want to hear that, bro. Man, then them just get the job done. Like I'm not hearing nothing else. Just do what you need to do. I'm not even saying it needs to be pretty because on one hand, there's 12 games left. It is just about the results at this moment in time. As I said, from August, I've been saying the same thing about the performance and all of that jazz. To a degree, I want it to obviously improve and everything to be married together. But at the same time, it's just about the points now because I'm going to look, ironically, I am going to look back at what it did mentally for City if it goes left. For City, what it done for them winning at Liverpool. Because I think that is kind of the week. Just hold your nerves, man. As I said, banter aside, what can these men say about, what can the world say about you that they don't still believe and haven't said in the last 3 years? You man, bottlers, you don't get over the line. I know if somebody says these things about me in my personal life, I'm not going to say it's not going to hurt, but blood, like, you don't rate me anyways. Puff out chest, let's go for it, bro. Like, and that goes for the gaffer as well. As I said, I like 90% of what you do, you know, because it's got us here. But that 10%, that game management, which I look around the Newcastle away time, like that kind of period, I feel personally, Mikel Arteta was getting things right. Like, you were complicating where you needed to complicate. You was keeping things simple where you needed to. There was a structure and stuff and a system and a framework, but there was also freedom within it. My players were moving extremely street smart. That's actually another thing that I'm pissed off about with the gaffer. Crosses are going into the box. There's only two free players in the box. But general street smartness. I know we do the dark arts thing, but I am looking at my players sometimes take this thing out of a game. When you pull someone, make sure they fucking drop to the floor. These are the kind of things. If you want to go from being a good side and challenging and all that to history, you've got to be a bit more. Players are trying to do that, clever. You've got to be a bit more uglier, man.
Because I've never watched Arsenal yet and put anything down to a lack of effort or a lack of shithousery, blood. That's what's got you to where you are, because it's not the good football.
It needs to go up more, man. It needs to go up more, man. I know what it
How
takes.
How can it possibly go up more, blood? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your team's the biggest shithouse team in the league, bro.
It needs to go up more because you ain't got over the line. We're a good side. You need to be a great side. Great sides win titles. So everything you think you're good at, take it to another level. Every evident areas of improvement, improve it. It's the only way to achieve in life, let alone football.
I don't know. Just with Arsenal, bro, that Brentford game looked like Brentford Arsenal, blood. That's what it looked like.
100%.
Them man had the towels at the side of the pitch. Them man were launching them long throws in. They were roughing you up.
What did you say? What did you say there? Because it brings me back to what I said earlier. I mentioned street smartness, yeah? Obviously, we know it is football. I know some people think a mistake can't happen on a football field. A team's not going to get chances, but this is the game, yeah? Obviously, you're going to give throw-ins away. It's a game of football. But it's where you give the throw-ins away. This is what I mean about added street smartness. What is better? Giving a throw-in away basically on the edge of your box, kind of like what happened there. I think there was a foul for us in the build-up, or launching it a couple of yards up. Because the higher it goes up the field, it don't really matter how long that throw is. You have more time to react. Also, if there's one thing I'll criticize my players for, easier said than done. I do think you weathered the storm. I do think you battled. I do think you have to have an element of living dangerously in this Premier League. You're not just going to dominate too many games for 90 minutes in it. You're going to have to box smart. But for that goal, first and second balls, us of all people know about, as much as I run jokes about corner boys and that, the ball, whether it's a throw-in, whether it's a dead ball, whether it's a corner, the initial ball into the box is one thing. But everybody knows the most dangerous thing in football is the second ball and the thirds. These are things you can't predict. That's what led to our demise. So this is what I mean. Be a bit more cute and clever. Whatever you lot think you're good at, it needs to go up.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, the exit door's there, innit? That's extended to everybody. But I don't agree with this whole crashing out bullshit, regardless of how it does. By all means, I don't believe in acting like anything's all hunky-dory. I don't believe in acting like everything's shit. Bro, at the end of the day, it's February. Do what you need to do, innit?
No, I hear it. Man said the players look fatigued. Is it the fact that they're playing too much football?
Every player is probably fatigued, bro. Like if you're playing for a team that's competing in 4 trophies or 3 of the 4 at the very least, and you're playing for your country, this is a wider footballing debate. You know, there's I guarantee you throughout that whole league, whether we know about the injuries or not, do you know how many players are probably knackered? Do you know how many players are probably carrying knocks? They don't. The footballing world isn't going to address the fixture schedule in it, and we've been knowing about this. We didn't learn that this season or the year before, bro. Get on with it, bro. Bigger squad, rotate where you need to. And Ranch, you know me, I'm not on this just rotating for rotation's sake, but bro, what can you do about it? Because when these players and these managers of all clubs are crying about the games, what did the figurehead say? Have a bigger squad. You know they're not coming to help you. Help yourself, innit? So it's simple as that.
100%.
Bro.
And you recruited more. You brought in more players than any other team in the league in the summer. So
Which has fucking helped us. This is why I don't want to hear that.
yeah, but that's
Mascara's
why I
coming.
can't hear the fatigue things. I just think the way you play.
Previous years, what Saliba gets injured or Gabriel were collapsed. We've held it up,
Yeah.
and it's not just Saliba being out now. He's out against Liverpool. He was out again. He was out in another game. I'm sure when we rocked up to Stamford Bridge in the league, we didn't have our first choice centre half. I'm sure against Villa, we're still in a mix. So I don't want to hear that, bro. This is where for all managers, this is where you've got to earn your bread and butter. Because if you go and look through the league, yeah, nothing's decided. You don't know who's going to win the league. You don't know who's going to finish in the top 4. You don't even know who's going to get Europa and Conference League. Relegation, we probably know 2 of the 3 in Wolves and Burnley. But when you look at it, last time I looked, Crystal Palace and Brighton, all the way down to, I think, West Ham's position, nothing can be called. It's everything they play for, man. But then everyone's going for the same shit, innit? Get on with it. Relish it. It's the most exciting part of the season, personally.
No, bro, it's the part of the season that matters. And
Exactly.
this is what it is. It's the business end of the season, bro. And this is why I tell you, people, bro. People think that man's just saying it for saying its sake, but I always tell you, bro, like, man, don't start judging. I don't start judging that team until the games start to really mean something, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because, bro, it's one of them ones where past behavior and past outcomes are a good indication of future ones, bro. And it's one of them ones where this is the time of the season that notoriously City start to put a run together. It's around February, March time. And this is their time of this. Yeah, and this is so, bro. And the thing is, yeah, the fact that Arsenal need to go to City, yeah, Arsenal are 1 game away from the league being in City's hands, just like that. And that's just what it is, bro. Psychologically, that does a lot, bro. And that's why, for me, yeah, like, Arsenal's performances need to improve. They need to improve because man can't keep just about getting over the line all the way till May, bro. I just don't see it happening, bro. I just don't see it happening because it's going to get to a point where the players stop believing, bro.
Anyone who stops believing at any point, leave the club. No hard feelings.
I hear that. It's easy to say, but bro, football is psychological more than it's physical a lot of the time, bro. You know when they say about teams, some certain teams know how to win, bro. Do you know what I mean? I believe that's what won Liverpool the league last season. Every team that knows how
to win had to get over the line at some point. So you lot fucking did. Anybody, if we win a game, if we won against Brentford and you thought it was all done, and then we've obviously drawn, I don't want to hear nothing because you lot have lived experiences. Cool, the past isn't kind. Use that to drive you, bro. Like you, if anything, you know you should be sat there in August or January the earliest. Like, oh shit, this is where we normally crumble, man. Them less pattern. There's been plenty of good performances this season. Generally, it's been a mixed bag over 90 minutes. So relish it. Get on with it, bro. The past isn't kind, but use that to drive you, bro. You knew all of these things coming into this season. So I'm not trying to hear none of that.
I hear it. You know what I'm saying? I completely hear it, bro. Hey, Bradley. Yeah, it's peak, bro. It's peak, bro. You know what I mean? I just think it's interesting, innit? It's interesting for the league because I think we can all agree that Man City, yeah, they're not the Man City of old. They're not. You know what I'm saying? I believe that both teams are still going to drop points. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see where it goes. But the one thing about Manchester City is that
history is kind to them and cruel to us.
Yeah, but you can't question their character. That's one thing about City. You can question their quality for sure, but you can't question their character because even that Liverpool game, yeah, the character that they showed, yeah, to get the win there, when it looked like the game was gone, bro. Like just the timing of Soberslai's free kick, yeah. Like, bro, a lesser team, they don't react to that. They don't react to that. And this is why I was happy with the draw against West Ham, bruv, because when they scored and how they were defending before they scored, like, the Man United of old would have been feeling sorry for themselves and then we probably end up crumbling and losing that game 2-3-0 or we get a late consolation and we lose 3-1. But the way that we kept putting pressure on them and we got the equalizer and we got it in stoppage time, these men kept piling forward. We made attacking changes and it was positive, innit? And there's a lot that can be taken from that. And I think City have got a lot of attacking quality, bruv. They've got a lot of attacking quality and they've got a lot of men in there that know how to win games, bro. They know how to get over the line. And I genuinely think that's going to be the difference between the two teams in May, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal have it all to prove, innit? So the players need to take that as a challenge.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's peak. I'm not going to lie. I think it's super peak, man. I think, bro, I see Saka's getting a lot of heat at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm wondering why it took so long. Do you know what I'm saying? Because to me, he ain't been the guy for years, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, man are talking about the GA and all these other things, but it's like, again, when you're relying on GA to give like balanced analysis on the performances, it's always a flawed way of looking at things anyway, because people can be scoring goals and not playing well. I said the same thing about Mbumo at the moment for us, bruv. Like, I haven't really been happy with the consistent level of his performances in the last 5 games, but he scored in 3 or 4 of them. Do you know what I'm saying? But his overall performances for me have not been of a level here that I'm happy enough with. But he's contributed to the games, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? But in all the games that he scored in, if I had to make a substitution, I would have taken him off. And this is why when man are doing the whole stats thing, it's like, no, bro. What is the player giving you? What is the player doing in these games, bro? Because it's like, you have to be impacting the game one way or another. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I'm bringing you off the bench and you're not improving the team, but I'm in a weird situation now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a massive fan of Noni Madueke, yeah, but he's doing super basic things, yeah, and he just looks better, bruv. And I don't think he's a better footballer.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Who watches Arsenal more, Bill? You?
Brother, that's not the argument.
We're not doing the aesthetic.
What you think that Saka looks better than Noni? He looks more dangerous than Noni when he plays.
No, he is more dangerous than Noni.
Is he?
He is. He is. Come on now. We don't.
I don't know about that, bro.
I think
they're both blood
even in some of his best games this season, he ain't even got a goal in assist. City when he came off the bench, Fulham away when he came off the bench. Bro, I got time for Noni, but nah.
Bro, listen, I don't have a horse in the race. So I don't have time for either of them. I think they're both. I think Saka's a better footballer than them, but I think they're as useful as each other at the moment, bro. Because Arsenal need goals, Arsenal need creativity, and neither of them can provide that, bro.
How long Saka been out for? When did he come back? This is a non-story,
brother. I'm not talking.
I agree,
about this season,
but like,
I'm talking about for years, bro. Like I've never really been impressed by this guy, yeah. But it's getting to the point now where
you don't need to be impressed. There's a reason we've gone from being where we were at to fighting for titles. Saka's been the key to that, regardless of how he's got these goals.
No, I don't agree with that. Though.
Let's not forget what he's done for.
But I don't agree that this is what he's done for the club stuff. I don't agree. It's a fact. I disagree.
In the last 3 years, right? Forget this year for a sec. In the last 3 years, yeah, we've seen different men score. The first year we fought for the title, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka. The year after that, Kai had that run. There was a couple of other men. Last year, it was a mess. Who has been the one consistent one out of all of them, regardless of what man have to say? Bakayo, Bloodclot, Saka,
consistently mediocre.
What we're doing is not making sense. He's falling off this year. He needs to hold smoke. The whole attack has been dead. What did we say last season? Again, we're going. All people need to do is look at the streams me and you done in August. As much as people were giddy about is Eze and Gyökeres this and this one and that, there's an attacking tax that has to be applied to how Mikel Arteta plays football. Simply put, without waffling, it's never as white and black as you slap X amount of player on and they're going to be playing amazing. Whatever I think about Saka or whatever you think about Saka or any sort of player on the bench or Noni, one does wonder if somehow, if the handbrake goes down in the final third, you might see a bit more from these attacking players. Pardon me. And then Saka's ass, brother, what the fuck is Ahmad? Get the fuck out of here, man, in the chat.
Hey, bro, we're not talking about
because he's
Ahmad,
not
bro.
passing the eye test. I see you lot get onto him. He's
Brother,
not passing.
hey, bro, we're not talking about Ahmad because he consistently outperforms Saka, bro.
Saka, he's consistent at what?
So we're not doing this.
At what?
Bro, he's a better footballer than him, bro. Like, bro, he's a better player than Saka, bro. Like, I'm not.
The myth.
Brother, we don't even need to do that. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this.
You gassed up bare shit, man, to me, man.
We don't need to do this.
Get out of here, man. Never had it.
We don't need to do this. And you know what the wickedest thing is, yeah?
Shit about Bukayo.
Man United, I don't see Man United fans. I don't see Man United fans out here, yeah, saying that Saka's the best. I mean, Ahmad's the best right winger in the world. I don't hear it.
You called him Wakanda Messi. Yes, brother, you do. You say the best. It doesn't
matter, bro. Man, them say that to the cows come home, yeah? Man can say that to the cows come home. I've never heard a Man United fan say that Ahmad is top 3 right wingers in the world. I've never heard them say that he's the best right winger in the world. I've never heard Ballon d'Or shouts. That is you, man.
I've never heard this.
We're not going to do this.
Bruno over Ozil. I've never heard none of these things. Fair enough, man. I'm listening to the Oracle.
We're not even talking about Bruno because he's another player that's out.
It's only every player in your team. Everyone's the Oracle here.
No, but bro, we're not talking about Bruno because again, he's outperforming every player in your team.
No, I'm not debating
as a wingback.
Man, I'm saying he's better than Ozil. So my point being, it can't just be Arsenal fans.
Brother, as a wingback, Ahmad was scoring hat tricks, bro. Saka's still waiting for his Premier League hat trick.
That is great. He's done it for England. That's great.
We're not doing that.
We can really go back through time in the last 3 years, and the very fact that the absolute minute any right winger does somewhat half decent, Faka tells you everything.
Yes, because Arsenal fans are putting him in conversations.
Some crazy youths on TikTok or whatever.
Arsenal fans are putting him in conversations he doesn't belong in. Arsenal fans put him in these conversations, you know.
I can only speak for myself. You lot go and find these 1-2.
Brother, they put him in conversations. Yeah, but this is why. This is why not once have I specifically said that you've said this, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I haven't. No, bro. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not doing that today. The facts are, man's talking about his level of performances. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can have their opinions on where he ranks in the world and X, Y, Z.
We said Saka.
But then when you start talking about Ahmad not passing eye tests and all these other things, bro, that's not what we're talking about.
But we're not gonna rewrite history.
But I'm saying
we're not gonna rewrite history.
We're not rewriting history. My opinion is that he has benefited, from the team as much as the team has benefited from him. And I feel that way about a lot of players. I felt the same way, about Marcus Rashford when Man United fans were talking about Rashford. I don't rate Rashford like that. But when man was like, Rashford scored X amount of goals and this, that, and the other. Yeah, cool, he did, innit? But he benefited from being in a Man United side, that probably wasn't at the level where he should be riding the bench. When the reality is he should have been riding the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? He was fortunate that he came through the academy. He was fortunate that the team wasn't at a level, that he was allowed to get away with certain things that he shouldn't have been allowed to get away with. And I feel the same way about Saka, bro, because I think he's a consistent 6 out of 10 footballer, bro. But I don't think these men should be starting for Arsenal and getting the gas that they're getting, bro. That's not the Arsenal I know. That's all I'm saying. The Arsenal that I know weren't gassing 6 out of 10 players, because throughout my whole life, I've seen Arsenal have players way better than this youth, blood. Way better.
He's not the best right winger to have played for my club. Never said
that. No, but brother, he's not even one of the best players to have played for your club from what I've seen.
It's a massive football club. Of course not. Of course not. Like you got the Dennis Bergkamps and
the likes of the Nasris and all these guys. He's nowhere near that level. So this is my thing.
We've got some very, very great players that have played for this football club. That's not an insult.
Well then, so I'm saying, so when man are talking him into these conversations, and then all of a sudden, like man can't critique nothing because it's all like it's Starboy.
I don't know about any of these conversations. All I know is I've said this season's not been good enough. I'm not rewriting history of the last 3 years. I think he's the least of our problems. I feel as poor as he's been. If I'm saying that about Saka, if I'm saying about Odegaard,
were you a better team when he came off the bench?
If I'm saying it about Saka, if I'm saying about Odegaard, if I'm saying it about this, the bigger questions on the manager. No, he wasn't. Like, the same goes for Odegaard. I said both of them don't look fully fit. That's in their defense, but both were shit. If we reran this, if somebody rewrites the stream, I literally said that.
Yeah, you said he don't look fully fit, and I said that has been an excuse that's been used
in their defense. They don't look fully fit.
2-3 seasons
off the bench, and they've been poor this season. That is literally what I said. If somebody scrolls back.
So do you think they've been injured all season?
I never said they've been injured all season. I said they looked like they weren't fully fit because they've been out for a minute and they were shit off the
No,
bench.
but I hear that. But what I'm asking you is, yeah, if they haven't been good all season, how do you make the assessment that they didn't look fit? If they haven't been good when they've been fit, or maybe they haven't been fit.
Because in the build-up to the Brentford game, Saka was scheduled to be back. When last did you see Saka? 2, he was scheduled to be back for the North London derby. It shocked everyone. The same with Martin Odegaard. You both looked off the pace. It'd be idiotic to say they've been injured all season. Odegaard has had his stop-starts. Saka's had his stop-starts. Regardless of when you've been fit, you haven't done the job. Are we going around in circle? I've literally spelled this out 10 minutes ago.
Bro, I hear that. But bro, being off the pace, yeah, and not being fully fit is not the same thing, bro. Because match sharpness and fitness is not the same thing. You can be fit and not match sharp.
G.
You can though.
I've said everything. Like
you can be fit, bro. You can be fit. You can be fully fit and not sharp, bro. Because you could be training and you're not playing games, bro. There's loads of players like that. Ethan was fit and he wasn't playing for you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Minutes initially for Marseille.
No, but exactly.
All I'm saying is,
this is my point.
You looked off the pace and you were shit against Brentford. You're asking me about have they been injured all season? They literally haven't. They've had injuries this season. That's no excuse. I'm speaking 2 things there.
So what do you put their level of performances down to then, as a whole, this season? Because that has to be the topic, bro. Because your attack is not doing well.
Once again, you have to, the players, fix up. You know what you need to do. Football's a simple game. Score more, assist more, put your big boy pants on. And as I said 10 minutes ago, or as recently as 3 minutes ago, if we're saying excellent, because Gyökeres is scoring goals at the moment, generally. If we're saying what we're saying about Gyökeres, if we're saying what we're saying about Eze, if we're saying what we're saying about Noni and Saka and Odegaard and this one and that one, they all have to hold smoke. They all have to pattern up. But if that you're saying that about 6-7 man, ain't that with the gaffer? But we knew this going into this season, which takes me back to what I probably said 20 minutes ago. Everything I've been speaking about, I've been consistent on these streams about, and we didn't learn anything this year that weren't there last year. We're going around in circles.
Fair enough. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see, innit? We're going to see, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Arsenal dropped points against Brentford. It was kind of expected. A lot of people didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? So the game is the game, innit? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember the message I got, bro, after United drew, blood. Deluded couldn't wait for the show on Friday, bro. Man said, see you on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
I just asked you.
Man said, see you on Friday.
Why did you put that in the thumbnail about get your hair
see you on Friday, eyes emoji and that, bro. He couldn't wait for the show.
I was just asking, Rance. I'm just asking.
Why couldn't wait for the show?
Why did you put him in the thumbnail about haircuts? I just wanted to know, like,
brother,
is it done yet?
He couldn't wait for the show, bro.
My man's got his Bob Marley thing.
Brother, I said he couldn't wait for the show, broski, bro. I swear down, bro. It's one of them. I didn't even shut down my computer. You know them, man. And this is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I mean, when your team go and shag you, yeah, and then man are looking left and right.
No. Remember, man,
this player don't look fit,
bro.
Saliba's injured and that.
We drew against a team aspiring for Europe. You drew, bro.
It's Brentford. Come on, bro. It's Brentford.
I'd rather draw against Brentford than West Ham. What's man talking about? West Ham Brentford they're not that far from you lot, you know. They're pressuring you, Chelsea and Liverpool, you know. Be careful. We got stung by them.
Relax.
You lot got stung by them this season as well. We never lost to West Ham.
Nah, they've been doing their thing. Brentford been doing their thing. Obviously, their manager was the set piece coach there.
Throwing coach specifically, and we didn't adhere to that.
Yeah. So because he was the set piece coach, obviously you see they got their set pieces on lock. They got their the throw-ins and that on lock, and also he knew the players, so it was a comfortable transition, bro. They did the right.
I said, Rance, everybody's known for a while, yeah. Brentford are one of the best run clubs. We all seen their players, and again, Arsenal couldn't do it, Chelsea couldn't do it, Liverpool couldn't do it, United couldn't do it, Spurs definitely couldn't do it. No one could at the time. Thomas Frank was one of them guys. Nobody could lose their star manager and all those star players and get better statistically with what they're doing. So credit to Brentford and Keith Andrews and all them, man. There.
No, they're doing their thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? But bro, like, I can't lie, bro. You're saying you're not feeling the pressure, so it's going to be interesting. Someone in the chat said, the next five games are a bit mad, but I don't know. In all competitions, I don't know what Arsenal's next 5 games are. If you could put it in the chat.
We got Wigan tomorrow. Wolves against Wolves been brought forward, so I think that's Wednesday. North London derby next Sunday. Week after that, you got Chelsea. I don't know the fifth one. To be fair. I can look.
So what? Tottenham and Chelsea are both in the
Brighton
league.
away, Brighton away. So in all comps, Wigan, Wolves, Spurs, Wolves and Spurs are away. Chelsea at home, Wigan, Brighton, and then Everton. So yeah, boy, Everton at home, Brighton away. Bring it on, man.
Hey, we're gonna see people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see, bruv. It's gonna be extremely interesting to see how